I'm gonna show you how to make your own raglan sleeve t-shirt, just like the one I am wearing. So let's do this. Hey guys, it's Elizabeth from elizabethmanis.com, helping you sew something creative. If that is up your alley, go ahead and hit the subscribe button so you don't miss a thing. And if this is your first time here, welcome. I'm so glad to see you. Thanks for joining in. So if you saw my last video, I showed you how to make your own raglan sleeve t-shirt pattern from a raglan sleeve tee that you had hanging around your house. Nothing fancy, just something basic that you can use as a base. And I'm doing this long series about raglan sleeve t-shirts because I think raglan sleeve t-shirts are awesome and there's so many different things you can do with it. And since it is my dear desire for this channel to help you sew something creative, I want to show you how you can take this basic raglan sleeve t-shirt pattern and expand it out until it's something really, really cool and you can really truly make whatever it is that pops into your head. So I'm going to give you some tools as we're going along and kind of build the building blocks a little bit away, a little bit at a time, until by the end you're just going to be like, I can't believe I just made that. Okay, so today we're going to start with the simple part. So we're just going to make the basic baseball style raglan sleeve t-shirt. There's a couple things you need to keep in mind. You need to have two different coordinating fabrics. The classic style doesn't really have you sewing the same color on both the sleeve and the body of the thing. I don't really know why that is, but it's just always kind of the style. So you could use a print and a solid like I've done here. I block printed this blue cotton spandex, and I will link that video as well where I show you how to block print your own fabric. But I carved this little block, which is my logo thread spool right there, and I did my block printing. And then this is a cream cotton spandex, and I think they look really nice together. But just whatever you think goes well together, just pick two different knits, and let me show you really quick one thing you need to keep in mind while you are mixing knits together. So let's jump into that and I'll be back in a second. So before we cut, let's talk about what kind of knits are really good to mix together. So whenever you are putting together knits to go together when you're making a raglan tee, you want to make sure that you pick knits that have kind of a similar weight and a similar stretch. So the way that you can test that is just to cut a scrap of fabric and you can figure out which direction the stretch is. So that's this way in this case. And I'm just going to fold it in half and I am going to kind of pull on it and see how it reacts. So it's got a little bit of stretch, but it's not super stretchy. And there's also not a crazy amount of drape or anything like that. And if I look at this one, this also is kind of got this sort of cardboardy sort of drape. So there's not a ton of drape here. They're both cotton knits. So I know that they're going to react the same way. And if I look at both of them together, they're really almost exactly the same weight. This one is a tiny bit thinner, but it's pretty similar. And then if I compare the stretch, so again, I'm just going to fold it in the stretch direction. So the stretch direction is this way. And then I'm just going to kind of pull on it. It has a little bit more stretch, but it's not an outrageous amount more than this one. So I think that these are going to go really well together. So I'm going to go forth and start cutting. Oh, hey, I'm back. So now we're going to get into the cutting and the sewing part. You'll see how quick and easy it is to put these things together. I think really by the time you cut, you can legitimately make a raglan tee in definitely under an hour. And keep in mind too that you can sew it on your sewing machine or you can sew it on your serger. If you don't have a serger, don't worry. We're going to do most of the work on the sewing machine. Don't worry about what kind of equipment you have. If all you have is your sewing machine, you just need to have a stretch needle that's going to handle jersey knits. I like the Schmetz 7511 stretch needles. Class A also makes some really nice stretch needles as well. I don't have a particular preference. That's just those two ones I have really good success with. So use one of those. Let's get sewing. So now we are going to cut everything out. So I'm grabbing my scissors and some pattern weights, and I am going to cut out the back piece on the fold with my scissors. I'm cutting out the main body in this cream jersey and also the front side, and then the back is not the back. The sleeve I'm cutting out of my block printed jersey. And then I'm also going to cut out the neckband too. I'm actually pinning those. I have smaller weights, but I couldn't find them. So I am just going to pin them, and I'm cutting around my sleeve piece and also my neckband, and then I'll grab the front in just a second. So go ahead and do the same thing for your own. I had to grab a rotary cutter to make that edge nice and clean at the end. So now I'm finishing up and just cutting up my front piece. Take some time to make sure that your jersey is nice and smooth and flat on the table. If it's kind of wiggling at all, it's gonna leave a not really great look. This jersey has a lot of movement to it, so I had to make sure that everything was nice and smooth. So now we're ready to sew. Before you start sewing though, grab all your pieces together and take your neckband and fold it in half the long way and press it. That'll get it all ready for us to sew. Do the same thing for your hems. Press them up. So on the bottom of the front and the back, and also on each of your sleeves. That'll just make hemming a lot faster. So now take the front side of your sleeve and put it to the front piece along the arm edge. And now we're going to sew the fronts to the sleeves right on that sleeve seam. So I'm doing that on one side. I'm using a 3/8 inch seam allowance. If you chose to use something else, then use whatever it is that you added to your pattern. And then repeat that for the second sleeve. If you want to do this on your serger, you can go ahead and do the seam on the serger too, if you have a serger. If you don't have a serger, keep on sewing with your sewing machine. Now we need to attach the back side of the sleeve to the back piece. So again, the sleeve seam along the back. So I am just connecting those edges together, holding them straight while it's going through the machine. I'm using a 3/8 inch seam allowance, and I'm going to do that for one side of my back and also on the other for the second sleeve. And now I'm going to press my seams towards the main part of the body. So now your t-shirt should look like this. So now flip everything to the inside, and we're going to close up the sleeve, the underarm sleeve seam, and also the body seam in one go. So before I do that, I'm just gonna put the edges of my underarm seam where they come together at that point, and just kind of put a little couple basting stitches in there just to make sure that they're 100%. If they're not, I'm just going to take them out and try again. I really like doing this. It's an extra step, but I really think it makes for a nicer look when all those points are nice and crisp and beautiful. And it just takes a couple extra seconds, and it's totally worth it, especially if I don't have to pin. I'm not a fan of pins. So I am just going up the body, and now I am into the sleeve. So I've done that for one side of my t-shirt, and I'm going to go ahead and do that for the second side as well. Clip those seams. Okay, so now I've got my neckband. I'm gonna hold it. I'm going to start sewing it not right at the edge, but a little bit, a couple inches from one of the sleeve seams. And I'm just pulling on the neckband only, and I'm stitching it all the way around. I'm not going to sew all the way. I'm not going to sew them all the way because we don't have a seam in the neckband itself. And the reason why I'm not doing this is because I want to make sure that the neckband is sitting nice and taut against my neck. So I'm just pulling just with a little tug on that neckband. How much do you pull? Well, if you get gathers on it, it's too much. If it's sitting nice and floppy, you haven't pulled enough. So it's just something that you kind of have to play around with. The first couple times you do it, go ahead and try and baste it. That's probably going to help you out a lot.
So I'm going all the way around my neck, my neckline. I'm going to stop a couple inches shy of finishing off the neckline, the neckband. And that way I can go ahead and sew those edges of my neckband together. This part is a little fiddly. There's a couple, you can do it in a couple different ways. I like doing it this way because it makes it nice and clean at the end, but there's a lot of choose your own adventure moments in sewing, and this is the way I'm choosing to do it today. I can show in another video in a different way that you can do it another time. So I'm almost to the edge there, and now I'm just going to lift my needle. I'm waiting. I'm going to lift my needle, and then I need to sew the edges up together. But before I do that, I'm going to pull the edge of my neckband the same amount that I've been stretching it the whole time. And I'm not stretching the body of the t-shirt, because if I do that, then my neck's going to be stretched out. So it's really important that you're only stretching the neckband. So now I've got those edges together, and now I've got to sew that short little tiny seam. So I've put right sides together, and I'm just going to sew that tiny little seam together. I trimmed off actually a little bit. My neckband ended up being a little bit longer than I wanted it to be, and yours might be that too. So even though we made our pattern from the actual t-shirt, it might be a little bit too long depending on what kind of jersey you are working with. So now I am just going to finish off that neck seam, and everything is nice and closed up. We're going to close it up because who wants a hole in the neck seam? That would be terrible, right? So we're just finishing off that neck seam. I did do another little basting stitch just to make sure that that seam was sitting right at so it was even with one of those sleeve seams. Totally unnecessary, but you do what you want. Okay, so now that's how our neckline looks, but we're going to flatten it out by making a little top stitch all the way around the neckline from the right side of the fabric. So I just did that all the way around neckline, and now this is an optional step, but it's a really nice thing to do, and it's something that you see on a lot of ready-to-wear Raglan tees. So take a little 1-inch strip of fabric and press it in half, and then press it in half again, and then we're just going to stitch right on the neckline. I'm going to pivot, and I'm going to stitch all the way around the other side, and I'm actually going to add my thing in there too, my label. I can't talk. And then I'm just going to pivot all the way back up towards the neck. This finishes off the neck, and it also kind of stabilizes everything, so it's just really nice. Optional, but beautiful. So I'm clipping those threads, and I just trimmed off the edge, and that's how it looks. The last thing we have to do is hem everybody. So I'm going to grab a twin needle, and I am just going to pop that into my sewing machine really quick. The twin needle it goes in your sewing machine the same way any other needle does. It just has 2 needles on it. So I'm going to grab my left thread first, and I'm just going to thread up my machine, and you can't see it right now, but it's going in the left side of the needle. I need to do a proper video on on twin needles and various ways that you can hem stuff. And I'm going to do the same thing with the right needle. So what ends up happening is that I have it's going to make 2 rows of stitches that are kind of parallel together. So go ahead and stitch all the way around your bottom hem and do the same thing for your sleeves. So just really quick, we've already pressed up our hem, so this is going to go super fast, and that's how it looks. Ta-da!
So you can see it's super easy, super quick to make your Raglan t-shirt. Dude, enjoy wearing it. Kate. Question of the day. Where are you going to wear your Raglan sleeve t-shirt? Are you going to go hang out watching baseball like I am? Or are you going to hang around your house? Is it going to be a pajama tee? I want to know. How is it that you're going to wear your Raglan t-shirt? And where does it fit into your life? So hit me up in the comments. Tell me what's going on with that. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Happy sewing! Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed this Raglan sleeve t-shirt tutorial. There's tons of other stuff and resources here on Elizabeth Made This, so go check those out. And I will see you in the next video when we chop up this Raglan sleeve t-shirt pattern and make it do what we want it to do. See ya!